deal with airplane peanuts?
Welcome back to Joke World. The results are in for round 1 of the 2020 Comedy Podcast March Madness Tournament. If you're confused on what this is, go watch the video in the pinned comment on this video. But basically, it is a March Madness style tournament of our favorite comedians podcast going on through March. Every Saturday at noon in the Joke WRLD Community section, there's going to be polls and matchups that you can vote on to see who moves on through this bracket. So Region 1, the number 1 overall seed, the Joe Rogan Experience, going up against the 16 seed Trash Tuesdays. Maybe like a Cinderella story here. And no, it was 91% to 9% the Joe Rogan Experience. 1,600 views on this. And my favorite comment from this poll was Josh saying, "This looks like the Globetrotters playing a high school basketball game," which is true. I think everyone saw this one coming, but the way tournaments work, the best seed usually goes against the lowest seed, and then they kind of even out. Now, the second matchup in that region was Uncle Joey's Joint going against Kill Tony, which seems like a little bit more even of a fight, but it was not. Uncle Joey's Joint had 83% of the vote, Kill Tony 17. 3,500 people voted on this one. All throughout all 8 polls, we had over 20,000 voters. So I feel like this is an authentic, real interaction for this March Madness little tournament. But yeah, Uncle Joey's Joint moving on. A lot of good comments about Kill Tony in here. How's Kill Tony no higher? It's literally the best show on YouTube. I found out about so many funny people because of Kill Tony. Tremendous.
How are the girls? Tremendous. How's the coke? Tremendous.
Moving on to Region 2, the number 1 seed there was Your Mom's House, and its first round matchup was against 15 seed The Honeydew. So again, there were 3,000 votes. Your Mom's House had 90% of them, and a lot of positive things to say about The Honeydew in the comments. I know YMH is a much bigger podcast, but Sickler's an absolute beauty and deserved better than this. The Honeydew deserved an easier first round matchup. Honeydew would have been the vote if Sickle Cell had been paired with literally anyone else.
I threw a subpoena in the trash.
A subpoena?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Why?
Just didn't want to go.
Did they ever fucking find you?
No, because it was like from another state.
There's an open file somewhere out there on you. Do not say where the fuck that state is.
It does suck that the Honeydew had to go against Your Mom's House in the first round. They have such a huge army of people online, but that's the way that seeding goes. So YMH will be moving on to face the winner of Tiger Belly versus Whiskey Ginger. Over 1,000 people voted on this one. It was a little more even. Not even, but a little more even. 70-30 going to Tiger Belly. Obviously, it was Bobby versus Andrew, the bad friends, with their solo podcast, and Tiger Belly outdid him there.
Don't point it.
Back up.
Don't point it.
Back up there.
Don't point it.
I want this.
Put it down.
I'm gonna shoot you with this.
Put it down. Put the
Back
safety on.
up.
Put the safety on.
Back up,
Put
dude.
the safety on.
Back up, dude.
Don't
I
do
swear to
that.
God. That's not even on safety.
Love Andrew, but yeah, he wasn't going to beat Bob in a popularity contest. TBH, I watch Whiskey Ginge every week regardless of guest. I only watch Tiger Belly if the guest is good. Bad Friends beats both, though. Talk about your chair for 30 seconds. Do you mean this chair? From Ewin Racing Gaming Chair? I could talk about that for 30 seconds. I still remember the first time I laid eyes on an Ewin gaming chair. I thought, I have to have that. The leather, the winged seats. But then I thought, there's no way that holds up to 550 pounds. Turns out it does. While other competitive gaming chairs only hold 300 pounds, the Ewin gaming chair holds up to 550 pounds. So if you are 549 pounds, if you like to sit in your gaming chair with 2 or 3 other people, it does. If you like to put big boulders on your chair because you don't know where to put your boulders and you want to buy a chair to put boulders on, this is the one to do it. My experience and use with this chair has been awesome. Look at this little pillow thing. This is probably my favorite part. This thing is badass, leans all the way back. Go get yourself one now. Link in bio. Ewin gaming chair. Oh, does your chair not have a neck pillow, dude? Look, full spin. Okay, back to the results. We're now in Region 3 with this past weekend being the 1 seed against Chrissy Chaos in the first round. 2,600 votes this past weekend with 73% of them. Again, first round matchup, not going to be the fairest fight, but Chris had a lot of support in the comments. 27% was a hell of a fight to put up against Theo. Sorry, Chris, not a favorable matchup. Still love you. Chrissy Podcast for the win. Love you, Theo. I love Chrissy, but Theo's comedy is too unique. A lot of sportsmanship in that comment section, but regardless, this past weekend with the dub, it'll go on to face the winner of Flagrant 2 against the King and the Sting, or the King and the Sting and the Wing, I guess at this point. So that was actually one of the most interesting matchups that we had because it was our only first round upset. The percentages were 42-58 with the King, the Sting, and the Wing beating Flagrant 2 in the first round, Wow, big upset. Wow. No, I'm actually surprised though, because Flagrant 2 was the higher seed and it was 42-58. So it was pretty close. But all of these comments in here say negative things about The King and the Sting moving to Patreon. People are pissed about that. And they have great things to say about Flagrant 2. Maybe it's because I spelled flagrant wrong in the poll, but I doubt it, because you still knew what I was trying to get at. As long as the words sound the same when you read it in your head, you can spell flagrant however you want to spell it. There's many ways to spell every word. I love Theo, but Flagrant 2 is 10 times better than anything Schaub has been in. How is Andrew Schultz not winning? This one's too hard. These two would be in my final four for sure. Well, it sucks that they had to go against each other in the first round, but the King and the Sting moves on to face this past weekend, so it's a Theo versus Theo matchup there. And now we are finally in Region 4. It starts off with their number 1 seed, Two Bears, One Cave, going up against Hey Babe. Over 1,000 votes again on this one, and Two Bears, One Cave took it home with 86%. But that's not to say that Chris did not have a lot of support. Two Bears is great, but recently been listening to 6 to 7 Hey Babe episodes a day, quickly becoming my new fave. That is aggressive. 6 episodes of anything a day. Unpopular opinion, Two Bears is a must listen, but Hey Babe is funnier and more rich in content. I don't know how unpopular that is. Maybe a hot take, maybe something that no one said before, but I agree with that. Two Bears is such a must listen, and Hey Babe, one of the funniest ones out. But regardless, Two Bears, One Cave is moving on, and they will face the winner of the keynote matchup of this one, the moment that you've all been waiting for, really what this video was about, the Tim Dillon Show against Bad Friends. Now, there are 1,000 comments, not literally, but there are so many comments about why is this a first round matchup? This should have been the finals. And like I said, it's based on seeding. So Bad Friends was the 8th overall highest in subscriber amounts out of all of these shows that we just said, and Tim Dillon was 9. And out of 16 teams, those are going to be the 2 in the middle that have to go against each other in the first round. And it was sad to see one of them go, but it made for a great matchup. So let me stop talking about it and show you the results. Almost 4,000 people voted on this. It was 48-52. Tim Dillon Show. This was really 2 of my favorite shows in the first round, and that's just how it shook out. But there are so many comments defending both sides. It's crazy how strongly, and I don't know how often these 2 fan bases really interact, Tim and Bad Friends, but it is crazy how strongly people feel on either side of this. It's not actually crazy. It makes sense. These are 2 of the best podcasts, but yet not even close. Tim is a national treasure. It's a real knife fight out here. This comment from Thomas Rogers almost says it perfectly. I think Tim is one of the most interesting and funny people to listen to on a pod, but the chemistry of Bobby and Cheeto is unquestionable. That's the part I agree with. Bad Friends should sweep this tournament. I'm sorry. Maybe. Sucks that they had to go against each other in the first round, but that's how tournaments work. And Tim Dillon Show will be moving forward. Yes or yes. So that does it for the entire first round. Now the matchups moving forward are going to go the Joe Rogan Experience against Uncle Joey's Joint in Region 1. Your Mom's House against Tiger Belly in Region 2. This past weekend against the King and the Sting in Region 3. And Two Bears, One Cave against the Tim Dillon Show in Region 4. So these matchups, the Elite 8 that's coming next week, Saturday the 19th at noon, the polls will be up for you guys to vote on in the Joke WRLD Community section. I think that these are a lot more enticing, just how tournaments go. We're in the Elite 8 now, so these matchups are really going to be getting into it. I don't expect to see any more blowouts. Make sure your post notifications for this channel are on so you don't miss out on any part of this tournament, and go follow us on Instagram if you want any free Joke WRLD stickers. We're sending those out to everyone who DMs us. Happy March Madness. Keep voting. Thank you for the 20,000 people that participated in round 1. Let's get it even bigger in round 2. Let's make this the biggest tournament of all time. Let's make this tournament bigger than the actual March Madness tournament. Joke WRLD to the moon.